Chosen one, hear me now. This message is not for the casual ear, nor for those who stumble by accident. You have been set apart. Even now, as you sit in the quiet of your heart, there is a stirring and awareness that your journey has always been unlike any other. You may have felt the weight of solitude pressing upon you, the silence of unanswered prayers, the loneliness that no one seems to understand. But I tell you this isolation was never empty. It was holy. It was a sacred preparation designed by God Himself. There have been moments when the world seemed too loud, too shallow, too fleeting, and you felt the call to step aside, to withdraw from distractions, to stand apart. Perhaps it felt like punishment, rejection, or exile. But in truth, it was divine alignment. God has been shaping your spirit in hidden places, teaching patience, perseverance, and unwavering faith. Every tear you shed, every night of uncertainty, every moment of feeling unseen, He was there. He was carefully refining you, preparing you for a destiny too magnificent for the eyes of the unprepared to behold. You are rare. You are not ordinary. The challenges, the delays, the moments of being overlooked, these were sacred instruments carefully orchestrated by a hand you cannot always see. The very things that made you feel weak are the things that are now building a strength that cannot be shaken. The isolation you endured was a proving ground, a sacred crucible, where your faith was tested, refined, and strengthened. What you once called loneliness, God calls preparation. What you once called silence, God calls instruction. And what you once feared as stagnation, God calls incubation for your breakthrough. In the coming moments, I will reveal truths that are meant to awaken something dormant within you. You will see the patterns of your life through the lens of divine intention. You will recognize that every closed door, every season of waiting, every encounter that left you questioning was a thread in the tapestry of your calling. You are standing on the threshold of a new chapter, one that is not bound by human limitations, but guided by divine timing. And as this message unfolds, understand that God is speaking directly to you, calling you into a purpose that only you can fulfill. Listen carefully. The days of silent preparation are drawing to a close. The season of being set apart is giving way to the season of your manifestation. And though the path ahead is luminous, it requires discernment, faith, and courage. What has been hidden is about to be revealed, and your spirit is being summoned to rise higher than ever before. As you reflect on the seasons you've walked through, pause and feel the presence of the One who has orchestrated every step. This is not a human plan, not the design of chance or circumstance. The voice you felt stirring in your spirit, the nudging in the quiet moments, the gentle yet insistent pull towards something greater, this is the divine author of your life speaking directly to your heart. It is God Himself who has placed you in this sacred pause, who has drawn the contours of your path unseen by the eyes of the world, but fully revealed in the chambers of heaven. Every detail of your journey has been intentional. The moments when doors closed unexpectedly, the people who left or disappointed, the seasons when hope seemed distant, these were the hands of God carefully shaping, molding, and preparing you. The Creator who holds the cosmos in His hands has held you in equal care. You are not abandoned nor forgotten. You are being readied for a calling that will require every ounce of your faith, every lesson learned in solitude, and every tear that once seemed wasted. In this divine orchestration, there is an invisible pattern that only those who walk with discernment can see. The world may interpret your life as disjointed as a series of random events, but in truth, it is a tapestry of purpose. Every challenge was a thread, every moment of waiting, a stitch, every season of silence, a brushstroke in the portrait of your destiny. And as you stand now on the threshold of what is coming, God's voice grows clearer, His guidance more apparent, His invitation undeniable. Feel the weight of this calling. It is not heavy as a burden, but purposeful as a tool. It is not meant to instill fear, but to awaken recognition. You are being invited into partnership with the divine, to walk with God not as a spectator, but as a co-laborer in the unfolding of his plans. There is an intentionality in the timing, a perfection in the orchestration, a wisdom that surpasses understanding. This is a sacred collaboration, and you are chosen to be fully aligned with it. Know this: what has felt delayed is not denial. What has seemed lonely is not abandonment. What has been hidden is not lost. God is revealing now in ways that your spirit will understand before your mind fully grasps that every step, every trial, every moment of preparation was designed to equip you. You are being attuned, and awakened for a revelation that will transform your life in ways the world cannot comprehend. The divine blueprint has always been in motion, and you are entering the part of the story where its fullness begins to manifest. Open your heart to recognize the voice that has never left you, the guidance that has always been true, the assurance that you are deeply known and profoundly loved. God is not distant, not detached, not silent. He's present, intentional, and working in the background of your life, drawing you closer to a destiny that will honor every sacrifice, every moment of endurance, and every season of holy isolation. Now feel the stirring within your spirit as though a veil is lifting, and you begin to glimpse what has been waiting in the unseen. There is a moment approaching, a breakthrough, a revelation, a shift in the very fabric of your life that has been reserved for this precise season. The doors you have longed to see open will begin to stir, and the heaviness you've carried in silence will give way to a light that cannot be dimmed. This is the prophecy for your life. The season of preparation is yielding to the season of manifestation. Envision it: a radiant doorway appears before you, bathed in golden light, framed by an energy that hums with purpose. It is neither ordinary nor accidental. It is wholly divinely constructed, and it calls you to step forward with courage. Behind this door lies a blessing that transcends what you have known, a fulfillment that surpasses human expectation, a transformation that will leave you and those around you in awe. But before you step fully into it, there are truths you must recognize. Truths that will protect, guide, and fortify your spirit as the prophecy unfolds. This is not a vague promise. It is a direct alignment of heaven with your heart, a synchronization of divine timing with the readiness that has been cultivated in you. Every challenge endured, every moment of quiet, every season of being unseen has prepared you for this exact moment. The prophecy declares that you are ready to receive that which has been spoken over your life long before you even knew the path you were walking. It is a shift so profound that your spirit will know its magnitude before your mind can comprehend it, and your soul will recognize the alignment long before the world perceives the change. The unfolding of this prophecy is accompanied by signs subtle yet undeniable. You may notice coincidences that seem too perfect to be random doors opening, that you never imagined possible, people entering your life with guidance and clarity, and opportunities appearing with a timeliness that feels orchestrated. These are not coincidences. They are markers of the prophecy, manifesting signals that you are moving within the divine currents designed specifically for you. Yet with the unveiling of prophecy comes a call to vigilance. Not everything will be clear immediately, and not every path presented will lead you directly to the blessing. There are shadows along the way, tests designed to measure faith, perseverance, and discernment. But take heart, even in these moments of challenge, the prophecy is active. The trials are temporary, the light eternal. You are being guided through the intricate choreography of divine purpose. Each step calculated, each pause intentional, each hesitation observed and strengthened by the hand of God. Know that the prophecy is both personal and universal. It speaks to your unique destiny, while echoing a greater story of divine order. The isolation, the waiting, the silent preparation, it all converges into a moment where your calling aligns with action, where patience intersects with opportunity, and where the unseen labors of your spirit yield visible fruit. Prepare yourself for the unexpected, for the miraculous, and for the shifts that defy explanation. The prophecy does not arrive with gentle whispers alone. It comes with a resonance that shakes the soul and awakens the dormant power within you. Step into this knowing the season ahead is sacred, charged with purpose and blessed with revelation. What was once hidden in shadows is now illuminated with clarity. What was once deferred is now imminent. And what was once preparation is now prophecy. Your heart will feel it first, your mind will catch up second, and your spirit will rejoice in full comprehension of the divine plan that has been orchestrating every step you have taken. Take a deep breath and allow yourself to feel the weight and the wonder of what is unfolding. The prophecy is not merely a promise of external change, it is a call to internal transformation, a spiritual awakening that transcends the ordinary and invites you into divine alignment. Every season of isolation, every moment of quiet, every test endured has been a spiritual calibration tuning your heart, your mind, and your soul to the frequency of heaven. These are not coincidences. They are sacred lessons, invisible yet powerful, guiding you to understand that your journey is far greater than what you have seen or felt. Think of your life as a sacred vessel. For years, perhaps decades, it has been hidden away, refined, polished, and emptied of all that could hinder its capacity to carry the fullness of God's blessing. The isolation you have experienced was the divine fire burning away distractions, fear, doubt, and the expectations of the world, leaving only what is essential: faith, resilience, clarity, and a spirit attuned to God's voice. This vessel, now purified, is ready to hold the abundance, the authority, and the revelation that have always been destined for you. There is a rhythm to your preparation, a sacred cadence in the cycles you have endured. Seasons of silence, like the deep winters of the soul, were not meant to harm you. They were meant to teach you. Winter teaches patience, endurance, and the unseen growth that happens beneath the surface. Just as the seed lies dormant in the cold soil before the spring sun coaxes it to life, your spirit has been growing quietly, drawing strength and nourishment from places unseen. The storms you have faced were not punishments. They were water to the roots of your calling, ensuring that when the sun rises, your bloom will be strong, vibrant, and unstoppable. Faith has been your constant companion, even when hope seemed distant. And now, in the fullness of understanding, you see that faith is not simply belief, it is alignment. Faith is the willingness to trust the unseen, to move in obedience, even when the path is shrouded in darkness. The isolation you have endured was a classroom of faith, teaching you to rely not on human validation, but on divine guidance. Your patience has been a prayer, your endurance a covenant, and your trust a declaration of readiness for what is to come. Consider the imagery of doors of thresholds of light breaking through clouds. Every moment of preparation has brought you closer to the threshold of your destiny. The door before you is not just an opportunity. It is a sacred portal, a passage from the season of formation to the season of fulfillment. And though the light may seem distant at times, know that every shadow, every pause, and every quiet night has been setting the stage for illumination. The divine timing of your breakthrough is perfect. It is not early nor late, but exactly aligned with the plan that was written before your first breath. Your isolation was not absence. It was sacred instruction. It was a time for your spirit to learn to hear God's voice above all others, to discern truth from deception, and to cultivate a resilience that cannot be shaken. It was a preparation to embrace the fullness of your identity and purpose, without distraction, without comparison, and without fear. You have been separated not to punish, but to empower. You have been hidden not to diminish, but to strengthen. and you have been quieted not to silence, but to attune to the frequency of heaven. Understand this deeply. The spiritual significance of this season is that it has prepared you to be a beacon. Just as a lighthouse stands firm amidst storms, illuminating the way for those navigating treacherous waters, so too will your life now shine with clarity, purpose, and divine authority. Your endurance, your patience, and your faith are not just personal victories, they are the spiritual architecture upon which your destiny is built. The light that will emanate from you is a reflection of what has been cultivated in silence, tested in trial, and refined in solitude. The message is clear. Your isolation was never wasted, your waiting never in vain. It was wholly sacred and essential. And as you begin to step into the fullness of what has been prepared for you, you will recognize that every moment, every challenge, every quiet night was a divine instruction leading you to this moment of awakening, alignment, and transformation. As you move deeper into this season, begin to notice the subtle whispers of confirmation that are already appearing in your life. God often speaks not only through grand miracles, but through small, unmistakable signs that stir your spirit and reassure you that you are on the right path. These signs are personal, yet universal, tailored for you, yet resonating with anyone walking a sacred journey. They are markers, gentle nudges, and reminders that the prophecy is active and unfolding. First, pay attention to moments of sudden clarity. Ideas, solutions, or realizations may come to you with an almost electric certainty. These flashes are more than coincidence. They are God's mind aligning with yours, illuminating the path ahead. When you feel an unshakable knowing, trust it. It is your spirit recognizing the divine blueprint in real time. Second, notice the doors that begin to open unexpectedly. People, opportunities, and resources may appear in ways that feel too perfect to be random. Perhaps a long-awaited conversation presents itself. A mentorship arrives at the exact moment, or an opportunity manifests that feels divinely timed. These openings are not accidental. They are confirmations that God is orchestrating your path with precision. Third, be alert to patterns of synchronicity. Numbers, symbols, or repeated messages that seem to appear everywhere may seem subtle, yet they are reminders that your journey is intertwined with divine order. You may see the same scripture, phrase, or symbol repeatedly, and each time it will carry more meaning than before. These moments are heaven's way of speaking directly into your consciousness. Fourth, feel the alignment of your emotions and intuition. You may find a deep sense of peace or joy washing over you in moments when you previously felt anxious or uncertain. Your spirit is resonating with divine truth, providing inner validation of your calling. Trust these emotional confirmations. They are signposts guiding you toward your destiny. Fifth, observe how the universe seems to respond to your intentions and prayers. Circumstances may shift in your favor. Relationships may heal, and burdens may lift in ways that surpass natural explanation. These responses are gentle but powerful indicators that the divine hand is moving on your behalf. Finally, listen to the subtle nudges that guide your steps. A persistent thought, a sudden inspiration, or an internal push to act in faith may feel almost imperceptible at first. Yet these are the quiet urgings of God preparing you to move confidently into what has been promised. Recognize these confirmations as sacred invitations to trust more deeply, to act more courageously, and to step fully into alignment with your destiny. Each sign is a thread in the tapestry of your unfolding story, woven with intention and care. The prophecy you have been waiting for is not distant. It is already manifesting. Open your eyes, your heart, and your spirit to see it clearly. Even as the signs of confirmation appear, know that the journey ahead is not without its hidden challenges. These obstacles are not punishments, nor are they indications of failure. Rather, they are tests of faith, endurance, and discernment. Sacred opportunities to strengthen your spirit and prove the readiness of your heart. Just as gold is refined by fire, so too is your calling refined by the trials that lie ahead. You may encounter moments of doubt when the path seems unclear, or when external pressures attempt to distract or derail you. There may be people who misunderstand, resist, or even oppose your purpose, not out of malice alone, but because the light you carry is unsettling to those who cannot yet see it. These moments are not accidents. They are crucibles designed to fortify your resolve and deepen your trust in God's timing. Be prepared for internal struggles as well. Your own fears, insecurities, and past wounds may resurface, seeking to convince you that you are not ready, not worthy, or not strong enough. Recognize these whispers for what they are: tests of faith, not truths to be feared. They are invitations to rely more fully on the divine strength that resides within you. Each time you confront these internal challenges with courage, you emerge stronger, more aligned, and more prepared for the breakthrough that awaits. There will also be seasons of waiting that feel longer than you anticipated. Opportunities may appear delayed, and answers may come in forms or timings you do not expect. Yet even in these pauses, God is at work. The hidden challenges are carefully orchestrated, serving as both protection and preparation. They are shaping your character, sharpening your discernment, and strengthening your resilience, so that when the manifestation comes, you can steward it with wisdom, humility, and integrity. Another hidden challenge may come in the form of spiritual warfare. Unseen forces often attempt to disrupt the alignment of your purpose. You may sense heaviness, confusion, or resistance that cannot be explained by ordinary circumstances. Stand firm. Recognize that these moments are opportunities to exercise authority over fear and doubt, to pray with intention, and to claim the protection and guidance that God has already promised. Finally, know that hidden challenges are temporary. They are designed to refine you, not define you. Each trial you endure is a stepping stone toward the fulfillment of your prophecy. Your perseverance, faith, and obedience are instruments through which the unseen becomes visible, the hidden becomes revealed, and the delayed becomes immediate. Embrace these challenges as sacred teachers. Endure with patience, walk with courage, and remember that even the most difficult tests are part of the divine orchestration of your life. The obstacles ahead are not barriers, they are gateways, preparing you to step fully into your destiny with unwavering confidence and clarity. Now is the time to listen closely and prepare yourself intentionally. The season of preparation was necessary, but the season of action is approaching. God is calling you to step forward with purpose, guided by spiritual principles that will anchor you firmly in your destiny. These instructions are not burdens. They are empowering tools to align your heart, mind, and spirit with divine intention. First, cultivate a daily practice of stillness and listening. The world will offer noise, distraction, and urgent demands. But God speaks most clearly in silence. Set aside moments each day to pause, pray, and tune into His voice. Even 5 minutes of intentional focus can recalibrate your spirit. Align your priorities and provide clarity on the next steps you are to take. Journaling your impressions or dreams can be a powerful way to track the subtle guidance that may otherwise go unnoticed. Second, protect your energy and discern your associations. The people, environments, and influences you allow into your life either amplify your alignment or dilute your purpose. Seek those who encourage faith, honesty, and spiritual growth. Release what no longer serves your path, not out of judgment, but as an act of sacred stewardship. Boundaries are not rejection. They are declarations of readiness to operate fully in divine favor. Third, act with intentionality. Waiting does not mean passivity. God moves through those who take steps in faith. Consider the small, faithful actions you can take daily, acts of service, prayer, creative expression, or pursuit of opportunities that honor your calling. Each deliberate step, no matter how seemingly minor, signals your readiness to receive and participate in the unfolding of the prophecy. Fourth, embrace discernment. The unfolding of divine purpose will present choices, paths, and opportunities, some obvious and some subtle. Not every opportunity aligns with your highest calling. Ask for wisdom and clarity before committing. Test the impulses of your heart against the confirmation of signs, intuition, and spiritual guidance. Trust that discernment is a divine gift and that it grows stronger as you step in alignment with God's voice. Fifth, strengthen your faith through declaration and alignment with truth. Speak aloud the promises and affirmations of God over your life. Remind yourself of the blessings, the preparation, and the victory that is already ordained. This spoken alignment is a spiritual signal, both to yourself and to the forces around you, that you are stepping into obedience and readiness. Words carry power. Let them echo the truth of your divine purpose. Sixth, be vigilant against distraction and discouragement. There will be forces, both seen and unseen, that attempt to divert your focus or sow doubt. Guard your heart, mind, and spirit with prayer, meditation, and trust in God's timing. Remember that challenges are not evidence of failure, but invitations to deepen reliance on divine wisdom and strength. Seventh, maintain gratitude and acknowledgement of divine orchestration. Celebrate small victories, recognize signs of progress, and honor the invisible work happening in your life. Gratitude creates spiritual momentum, aligning your heart with the flow of favor, provision, and divine timing. Finally, step boldly when called. Preparation is not complete until action meets opportunity. When God opens the door or gives clarity on the next move, do not hesitate. Move with confidence, knowing you have been readied, guided, and protected. Faith without action remains dormant. The prophecy manifests when obedience meets divine timing. Take these steps as sacred responsibilities and personal empowerment. They are not burdens, but keys to unlock the fullness of what has been prepared. Every intentional choice, every moment of focus, and every act of faith aligns you more deeply with your purpose, ensuring that the fulfillment awaiting you is not only received but stewarded with wisdom and grace. As you step into this next phase, remember that you are never walking alone. Though the journey may seem daunting, divine protection surrounds you at every moment, even when it feels invisible. God's presence is like an unbreakable fortress, a shield that guards your heart, mind, and spirit from harm. The same hand that guided you through seasons of isolation now upholds you with unwavering strength. Visualize this protection as a radiant light surrounding you, impenetrable yet gentle, warm yet powerful. It forms a barrier against negativity, fear, and spiritual attack. You are guarded not only from the obvious dangers, but also from unseen forces seeking to divert or delay your progress. Every prayer you utter, every act of faith, and every step taken in alignment with divine instruction strengthens this shield. Know that your spirit is under constant supervision by the divine. Angels are assigned to accompany you not merely as messengers, but as active participants in your safeguarding. Their presence may manifest as subtle nudges, feelings of calm during chaos, or sudden clarity when confusion arises. These guardians are ever vigilant, ready to intervene in ways both visible and invisible, ensuring your path remains aligned with your destiny. Reassurance comes not from the absence of challenge, but from the certainty of protection. Trials may arise, yet you will find strength to navigate them, because the power guarding you is greater than anything opposing you. When fear attempts to creep in, remember that it is not a measure of your vulnerability, but a cue to turn fully toward the divine assurance that has always been present. Your protection is also woven through community and divine guidance. The relationships, mentors, and opportunities that appear are not coincidental. They are part of a network of support orchestrated by God to ensure you are guided, encouraged, and upheld. Recognize these blessings as extensions of divine safeguarding proof that you are being watched over with intentionality and care. Rest in the knowledge that this protection is not conditional upon perfection. It is anchored in your alignment, your faith, and your willingness to follow the guidance of God. It is not fragile but resilient, adaptable, and constant. Even when challenges seem overwhelming, the divine assurance within you will never falter, never waver, and never fail. Take comfort in this truth: your life is cradled in divine hands. You are shielded in moments of uncertainty, strengthened in moments of doubt, and guided in moments of hesitation. This assurance allows you to move forward boldly, knowing that nothing can derail the fulfillment of the purpose God has placed before you. Now envision the moment when the long seasons of preparation, waiting, and endurance culminate into transformation. This is the harvest of your soul, the manifestation of what has been hidden, and the unveiling of the fullness of your divine purpose. The isolation that once seemed heavy and empty will now be understood as sacred space that strengthened you, clarified your vision, and heightened your capacity to receive. You will step into a version of yourself that has been refined, polished, and prepared to walk in authority, wisdom, and grace. Feel the shift within your spirit. The doubts that once clouded your mind will dissolve, replaced by confidence anchored in divine assurance. Your heart, once weary from trials, will beat with renewed clarity, hope, and joy. The burdens that weighed you down will lift as you recognize that every obstacle was a teacher, every delay a preparation, and every tear a seed sown for fruit that will flourish. You will look back on your journey with gratitude, knowing that each struggle was necessary to bring you to this moment of fullness. Your relationships, opportunities, and influence will reflect this transformation. Doors will open that were previously closed, and paths that once seemed blocked will now stretch wide with possibility. You will recognize the alignment of your steps with divine timing, seeing clearly how God has moved unseen forces to place everything exactly where it needs to be. Your voice will carry authority and encouragement, touching the lives of others who are still on their journey, inspiring them to trust in the process of divine preparation. The fulfillment you experience will not be solely external. It will resonate deeply within your soul. You will feel an expansive sense of peace, knowing that you have been faithful, that you have endured, and that the promise is now yours. Your spirit will shine, with an inner light radiating the wisdom, strength, and purpose cultivated during your seasons of solitude. Every challenge you overcame will now serve as testimony, a beacon for those seeking reassurance that trials are never wasted. Emotionally, you will experience a profound release. The fear, uncertainty, and anxiety of the past will give way to a sense of liberation and empowerment. Your identity, once tested and questioned, will now stand firmly in divine truth. You will feel a harmony between your calling, your actions, and your heart's desires, a rare alignment that transforms ordinary existence into a sacred journey marked by significance and impact. Spiritually, this transformation will manifest as a heightened awareness of God's presence and guidance. You will perceive subtleties in life that once went unnoticed, the synchronicities, the confirmations, and the whispers of wisdom from heaven. Your intuition will sharpen, your discernment will deepen, and your faith will no longer waver in uncertainty. You will know that every season, every struggle, and every moment of isolation was divinely orchestrated to bring you to this awakening. In this season of fulfillment, gratitude will flow naturally from your heart. You will honor the journey, respect the lessons, and embrace the destiny that has been patiently waiting for you. Your transformation will inspire not only personal victory, but also the empowerment of others, showing them that divine timing, faithful endurance, and trust in God's orchestration are the keys to manifesting purpose in life. Step into this reality fully with confidence and expectation. Allow yourself to be transformed, fulfilled and empowered by the sacred work God has done within and around you. Your life is no longer a story of waiting. It is a story of divine fulfillment, spiritual awakening, and profound transformation. As you stand on the threshold of this new season, let these affirmations anchor your spirit and declare your readiness to embrace all that God has prepared for you. 1. I am fully aligned with my divine purpose. Speak this aloud and let it resonate in every fiber of your being. Your identity is secure in the hands of the one who called you. 2. I trust in God's timing and divine orchestration. Let go of fear and doubt, knowing that every step has been guided by wisdom greater than your own. I am strengthened, protected, and empowered to fulfill my calling. You carry the light, the authority, and the resilience that have been cultivated through every season of preparation. 4. I receive the fullness of my transformation and walk boldly in my destiny. Accept the manifestation of what has been hidden, stepping confidently into the life prepared for you. Repeat these affirmations daily, letting them saturate your mind, heart, and soul. Allow them to remind you that every trial, every season of isolation, and every moment of preparation has been purposeful, sacred, and essential. Your faith, endurance, and obedience have not gone unnoticed. They have positioned you to walk in victory, light, and divine favor. Now receive this blessing over your life. May the God who has set you apart pour His wisdom into your heart, His strength into your spirit, and His light upon your path. May He open doors that were previously sealed, guide your steps with clarity, and protect you with His unwavering presence. May every season of waiting be replaced with fulfillment, every shadow of doubt transformed into radiant confidence, and every tear turned into testimony. May your spirit soar with anticipation, your heart resonate with peace, and your mind remain steadfast in the knowledge that you are deeply known, profoundly loved, and divinely appointed. Walk boldly into this new chapter, carrying the assurance that your destiny is secure, your purpose is unfolding, and your life is a living testament to God's faithfulness. Go forth in courage, in alignment, and in joy, knowing that the prophecy over your life is real, active, and ready to manifest. You are no longer just waiting. You are stepping fully into the fullness of your calling, empowered, transformed, and divinely favored.